This video is to demonstrate the Quick Add Load feature in Genesis. To open up Quick Add Load, you simply click on the Start button here, and under ZDEV, select Quick Add Load. When you click it, you'll notice the button for Quick Add Load will appear on your toolbar. I would recommend you maximize this window when it opens up, and our first item is to select a customer. We're going to type the first few letters of a customer name, and notice there is an AJAX lookup that pulls up all matches for what I've typed so far. I can select Bravo Fruit here as my customer. The next item would be to select your first pickup location. You can click the magnifying glass button here to do a search. And in the next window that pops up, you would select your location type. We're going to do a ship from. I'm going to put in the first letter and the city where I'm wanting to load at. I'm going to put Bakersfield and click search. And this will display all matches of ship from locations that start with the letter B in the city of Bakersfield. We're going to load at Bolthouse in this location. So we'll click OK, and it populates all your other information for Bolthouse here. You do need to select an item, and in these, if you just click in the item box and type the first few letters of a location code, it will also do an AJAX lookup. We're going to select Produce Various for this one. I'm going to give it a quantity. We're going to load 18 pallets at this location, and I'm going to give it a weight, 37,000 pounds. And my temperature range is good, and I'm going to leave the tracking blank, but it could be filled in if it applied. In the bottom left, you can add additional picks and drops using these buttons right here. I'm going to go ahead and add another pickup point. Notice it appears right here. You can delete these if you've entered it by mistake by clicking the X. And then I'm going to click the Next Stop button down here on the right. We'll go ahead and do the lookup again for this location. And in this case, I'm going to load something in Salinas. So I'm going to put in the first letter or so of my location, type in the city, click search. I get any matches starting with the letter S, and in this case, we're going to load at Sensation Farms in Salinas. So just select it using the radio button and click OK. Again, it will populate with any other information for that location code. We do need to add an item to pick up for this location, so you just click the Add Item button here, and you'll select a couple of letters for your item, and notice it pulls up all matches again. We're going to load some salad at this location. I'm going to say 4 more pallets of product here. Notice when I hit the first letter, it does pull up any matches. We're going to say that's about 4,000 pounds. And temperature as it applies. And when you're done with that entry, click Next. We're at our drop location, so I'm again going to click the Lookup magnifying glass button here. I'm going to select a ship to this time. First few letters of my customer name and a city, and click search. There's only one match in this case, so I'll select that and click OK. Populates with all the information. I can select my items right here. Notice I got my 2 items for my 2 pickup points. I'll select item 1. And note if I didn't select the second item and tried to move on, it will pop an error to let you know you do need to select all items if you've only got 1 drop. So I'm going to add my other item here and click Next. The next screen is your reference types. You can simply click in the box and start typing. Customer reference as an example. Type CU, select customer reference. Put in my reference number here as needed. I can put in other reference types, pick up numbers, whatever applies. If you find you need more than 3, simply click the green plus button and you can add additional reference types as needed. Once you're done here, you click Next. The next window to appear is the equipment screen. Simply select equipment as it applies. Click Next, and the last window should be special instructions. type in here whatever you may want them to do, call dispatch before pickup. And that will appear on your rate confirmation sheet. And when you're done, click Save. Notice I've got an index size error. I've missed something, so I go back here and note the date ranges will default to today. If I want to deliver U.S. foods on the 19th, I can select those using my calendar icon buttons here. If I go back to the previous stop before that, this drop didn't default because I'm adding, so I did need to go in and select my pickup date for that point. And now I should be able to go back through the next, and save. And once this saves, it will give you an order number that applies to the shipment record. We're going to make sure that everyone in their board has a lookup that they can simply go to, select something that says My Loads as an example, and the top item will be the last load I keyed in, and if I want to open that now, I can move on through the activities for this load, assign carrier rates and confirmation, etc. And that's how Quick Load works.